Hi folks, meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather. I want to bring you an update on Tropical Storm Bill and what could be a potential weather maker for us as we head into the weekend. Now it is Tuesday night here at about 11:25 p.m. as I'm recording this video. Many of you are not going to watch it until Wednesday morning, and I certainly understand that, but I wanted to give you nonetheless, while I had some time here, the latest update on it. And you can see it's a pretty potent storm here as it's moving in across Texas, but it'll only get more impactful as it continues to go on. So we're sponsored tonight, by the way, by WelpsFarmandGreenhouse.com. Visit them on the web there, WelpsFarmandGreenhouse.com, located in Birdseye, Indiana, for all of your lawn and garden needs there, folks. They do a fantastic job. Give them a call, 326-2709. Tell them Southern Indiana Weather sent you. All right, start out with this. We could actually use a little bit of rain. The U.S. Drought Monitor that was released last Thursday, the June 11th, here actually shows us an abnormally dry over a good chunk of the area. And actually, this this tropical storm may be a blessing in disguise. It may, while it brings some potential of some heavy rain with it, it could end up bringing sort of a drought-busting kind of thing with it as well. So let me show you what I mean. Let's go ahead into the advisories first. At 11 p.m. Eastern Time here, 10 p.m. Central Time, there is where Tropical Storm Bill is currently located. You can see it'll downgrade to a depression pretty quickly here, and then sort of recurve to the back so that by the time 7 p.m. Friday comes, it's out here closing in on the Missouri-Illinois border, and of course the lead rains from that will start to be entering into the area. Really going to be later on Friday night and into Saturday before the things really hit into us. Storm tracks with this. If we take a look at the spaghetti plots, you can see there it is, and it shoots it right over our area. If we look at what the GFS happens to say about it, well, the operational GFS and the ensemble mean want to take it more through central Indiana, but you do see quite a few members here of the ensembles that want to take it right through southern Indiana, very similar to this. Either way you look at it, folks, it's coming right through us, and so there's going to be some rain that is associated with this. Really, at this point in time, the only question is not whether we are going to get rain with this, but how much rain are we going to get with this? That's really the bigger issue to us at this point. So let me go ahead and show you an idea of what future radar could look like. We're in for a wet week ahead. Wednesday looks like it could be a pretty wet day, and here we go by Wednesday afternoon on future radar, and you can certainly see that. We start to dry out maybe just a little bit before the next wave moves in on Thursday. Thursday looks maybe a little bit more scattered than what on Wednesday does at this point, but it still looks pretty wet both days. And then there you can start to see the remnants of Bill move our way, and as I continue on with this, you can see just wave after wave of precipitation moving in here, so that really by the time you get into Saturday, during the this exit into Friday night into Saturday morning, the overnight hours, and that you get the heavy rain in through here. Now some of the other models want to delay that a little bit, so there's still some timing issues to work out here, but really Friday into Saturday is going to be the biggest, the heaviest of rains moving our areas the way things look. And if we just take a look at forecast total amounts, it could be pretty significant. In fact, here's what the Euro says. Euro wants to give us, well, here you go, almost 6 inches down around the Evansville area, a little over 5 inches there down Huntingburg, and maybe only a couple inches around Louisville. So you can see, well, it just kind of varies depending on track of individual cells and things like that. So it is really hard to predict forecasted rain totals this far out. So I wouldn't take any of these with a grain. I would take them all with a grain of salt. I wouldn't take anything here as just set in stone by any means. But what you can say is, a good 2 to 5 inch area-wide rain looks likely if you believe the Euro model. GFS is in a similar vein, although the totals are a little bit less. But you see maybe a 2 to 4 plus inch rain across the area. The NAM does not see the entire event yet. It only sees out 84 hours, and it only sees until the beginnings of the overnight hours here on Friday night into Saturday morning. But you can see there again, it's starting to place some of the heavier totals here along the river, just exactly like what the other two models did. And by the way, this is a southward shift. This model, the models were actually indicating that Bill would likely move in right over in here, and Bill actually moved on over in here. Had a little bit of a westward shift at the last minute, and so that reflects noticeably in the models. The models have had a noticeable shift down, whereas all of the consensus was to go through central Indiana. The models have been shifting this down a little bit more towards between southern and central Indiana, and of course that shifts the rain totals for us down as well. As far as what the National Weather Service is forecasting for rain over the next few days, this gives you an idea. By Wednesday afternoon, you can see there the rain this is accumulated precipitation by hour here, so you give you an idea. And so, maybe an inch or so of rain possible by the time we go in through Wednesday, and then the heat pours on after that. By the time you go into Friday morning, maybe a 1 to 2 inch area wide swath possibly, but then the tropical storm rains start to hit after that. And of course, as you're moving through the weekend, what you can see is a pretty good area wide 2 to 5 inch plus rain could be very possible here. So, and of course, this little narrow band of very heavy precipitation here of almost 6 inches here, really, that's actually down a little bit from previous updates as well by about 50 miles or so. So it's something that we'll keep an eye on, folks. And of course, the track is not set in stone yet, but I'll have plenty of coverage of this over the coming days. Regardless, whether we get 2 inches, 3 inches, or 5 inches, it's much needed rain. So flash flooding could be a concern with this. So if you have outdoor plans this weekend, well, I just wouldn't have outdoor plans this weekend, honestly. I would just say this weekend is not a good weekend to have outdoor plans. If you can move something inside, it would probably be better. This is not going to be a scattered kind of thing. The way things look right now, it could be a pretty good soaker coming in with this rain as it moves in. So we'll know more about it as we get closer to time. The one good thing about it, though, is it will bring a reprieve in temperatures to us, at least for a little bit. The 90s will back off. Looks like with all the rain on Wednesday, lower 80s. GFS wants to give us not a whole lot of rain on Thursday and back into the 90s. Some of the other models want to bring that a little bit lower. I sort of compromised and put into the mid to upper 80s for my forecasted high there with some rain chances. But regardless here, at least with the rain, we'll get low to mid 80s at most from the way things look right now. But we got 90s in the forecast again, so don't get your hopes up. It is going to be a hot one. So here's the way your forecast shakes out. Go to southernindianaweather.com and you can always get this, folks. Again, lower 80s for your high on Wednesday with plenty of rain chances there in the forecast. Looks like some rain very, very likely there for Wednesday. It becomes more scattered on Wednesday night. And then Thursday, the chances go down a little bit, but they're certainly still there. I went up to the mid 80s for my high temperature. Friday and Saturday, the tropical storm moves in, and then we go back into the 90s after that, and before we finally get some rain-free days as you head back down, and before yet another system moves our way, but that's for another time. So regardless, folks, we've got a lot of rain headed our way. Just keep it tuned here to southernindianaweather.com, Southern Indiana Weather on Facebook, and at SouthernINWX on Twitter, and we will keep you updated as things go on. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite. Thanks for watching, folks, and we will keep you updated as the week goes by. Take care.